at 800-479-4715. Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
Building through the draft is usually a key part of any NFL team's success. The New England Patriots roster in the 2016-2017 season was comprised of 55% of players that the Patriots drafted. 15 of those players were drafted in rounds 4 through 7, including Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and Rob Ninkovich. The Patriots went on to win the Super Bowl that season 34-28 over the Atlanta Falcons.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
Behind every playoff-bound roster is a great process, one that identifies the right talent at just the right time. It's time your business had a similar process. LinkedIn Jobs taps into a network of over 850 million professionals to find the right people for your role. LinkedIn Jobs helps you narrow down to the most qualified candidates so you can start hiring the right people. Go to linkedin.com/sports to post your job for free. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
ESPN Podcasts, no matter what you're a fan of.
Welcome into the Fantasy Focus Football Podcast.
Hollywood mogul McConaughey. This is the kind of guest you're going to get on the SV Pod.
His reputation is destroyed. I don't feel sorry for Donald Sterling.
The final question comes from Len.
The legend that is Adam Schefter.
It's Julie Foudy. Simone Biles is in the house.
Listen to me now. Believe me later on.
This has been ESPN Daily. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
ESPN Podcasts. Something for everyone. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
The biggest names, the biggest games, they're all right here. This is 1050 ESPN, New York.
SportsCenter All Night continues with Jay Reynolds.
SportsCenter All Night presented by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Bundle at progressive.com.
Half-hour headlines on SportsCenter All Night.
Eagles acquiring Pro Bowl defensive end Robert Quinn from the Bears. Lakers have played 4 games this season. They've lost all 4. Bucks beat the Nets in Milwaukee. And yes, there was more drama for Brooklyn.
KD, look out from behind. Holiday almost got it. Gives to Irving. Middle of the floor, down the lane. Leaves it off for Simmons. Outside Durant. Pump fake, moves left, foul line, pull up. Short rolls in for KD. He's got 19, and the Nets have their largest lead of the game. A 12-point lead, 62-50, with 8:50 to go in the third.
Pretty straightforward play, right? WFAN with the call. I'm going to play it for you again, and this time I want you to listen. Because it was in the third quarter, Nets had the ball. And here's what you're listening for. Kyrie drives down the lane, dishes it off to Ben Simmons in the paint. Simmons gets the ball with a few defenders around him, takes a dribble, passes it back out to Durant at the top of the arc. Simmons never really looked at the hoop. Durant then pulled up for a jumper from the free throw line. But as Simmons passed it to Durant, you can hear, "Shoot it, Ben," from Kyrie Irving. Listen carefully.
KD, look out from behind. Holiday almost got it. Gives to Irving. Middle of the floor, down the lane. Leaves it off for Simmons. Outside Durant.
One more time.
KD, look out from behind. Holiday almost got it. Gives to Irving. Middle of the floor, down the lane. Leaves it off for Simmons.
Shoot it, Ben. ESPN's Nick Friedel was there.
It's never a dull moment in Nets world. That is for sure. And after the game, I asked Kyrie not only about that sequence and telling Simmons to shoot, but after that, he went on a pretty strong defense on Ben Simmons and his short-term future with this team.
When I passed it to him, I felt like he had a layup at the rim, and I looked him eye to eye, and I was like, "Shoot it, Ben!" And of course, again, it's just a clip. You know, it's a full game that we can look at and dissect, and that's what I'll do. This is a big picture thing. You know, we want Ben to be, aggressive every single play. I'm not trying to just be critical of what Ben's done right or done wrong every single night. He's a basketball player. He's a professional. He has the skills to be a great professional. He's done it in the past, and he hasn't played in 2 years. So you guys keep coming in here asking me, like, what about Ben? What about Ben? And it's just, he hasn't played in 2 years. Give him a chance. You know what I mean? We stay on his stay on. I wish I could say other words because I'm from Jersey, but you just stay on him. And, like, you just stay on him, and we're just here to give him positive affirmations while he's out there and just let him hoop.
It really felt like they were standing up for a little brother. after the game. As bad as the vibes have been around this team for months, they remain strong even after tonight. And I think that is crucial to understand. Now, as far as Simmons goes, he said, I know I have to be better, but he said he feels more comfortable offensively, and that is going to be very important, not only going into the Dallas game tomorrow, but in the weeks ahead for a team that needs him to be the player he used to be.
Through Brooklyn's first 4 games, Ben Simmons has yet to have more than 7 points in a game. He's got 21 points in 117 minutes of action, shooting 9 for 20 overall. Bucks beat the Nets 110-99. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 43 points in the win, 34 of them in the second half. He spoke with our Monica McNutt.
Giannis, a terrific win. 9 points in the first half, 34 in the second half for you. What did you tell yourself at halftime?
Nothing. I just keep trusting myself. I've worked extremely hard in my life. I just got to trust myself, trust my abilities, trust my teammates. And at the end of the day, I think it's a maturity level. I'm okay with scoring 9 points in a half. I'm okay with scoring 15 points in a game or 2 points in a game. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. And as long as I play within my strength, I can help my team win, and that's what I did tonight.
We all marvel at your humility, but I want to share this stat with you. You have 2 games of 40 points and 10 rebounds so far this season. The rest of the league combined has just 1. What are you chasing?
Not chasing nothing. I'm okay with myself. I'll say it over and over again. I'm just trying to enjoy the game as much as possible, have fun, and try to win. I think when you go home and you win the game, you feel really good about yourself.
Giannis Antetokounmpo and Milwaukee getting the win on Wednesday. Bucks 3-0 on the season, only unbeaten team remaining in the Eastern Conference. Kevin Durant at 33 points, Kyrie Irving 27 in the Nets loss. SportsCenter all night, ESPN Radio. Speaking of losses, the Lakers take another one. In Denver, they lose to the Nuggets 110-99. Nikola Jokic with 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists in the win for Denver. In the loss, LeBron James, 19 points, 8 turnovers, tied for his most as a member of the Lakers. L.A. shooting 22% from three-point range, and they fall to 0-4. ESPN analyst Tim Legler.
Right now, they're probably a bottom 5 team in the NBA. I mean, that's just being realistic and being truthful about it, because you're talking about a league built to spread the floor and shoot 30, 35, 43s a night. That's the way the league looks. And you have gone into the season with a roster, Scott, that doesn't have one pure shooter on it. And I was thinking about it today. They don't even really have an above-average NBA three-point shooter on their entire roster. When you talk about guys that are shooting 38 to 45%, that's not who these guys are, and yet your star players are guys that are designed to draw multiple defenders. So you just did not take the right approach with who you were going to put on the floor around your star players. I don't know what the fix is for this, because the only thing you could potentially do to keep your head above water, short of going out and making some roster acquisitions, which aren't going to be easy this early in the season, is to grind it out by being a great defensive team. And the problem they're going to have is, and you and I talk a lot of football, and it reminds me of a football team in this respect. When your defense is ready to play and they're doing their thing on an NFL game, and the offense has a series of 3-and-outs and turnovers, eventually that defense gets dispirited, they lose concentration, and they give up some big plays. You can't ask teams to grind it out defensively every night when you were that shorthanded in terms of firepower on the other end of the floor, while teams load up in the lane and dare you to shoot the basketball. It's just, you can see their body language change as the game goes on, and more of those shots are missed. So it really is mainly a personnel